Hi, and welcome to Animals 2 by 2 Eggs and Chicks. This week we're going to have lessons for 5 days. You'll see a different post on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. This will be for grades K through 5. The lessons and objectives and standards for this week that we will cover, and you should be able to tell us or understand at the end of the week, is how to recognize eggs and chicks and that they require certain environmental conditions to survive. Chicks have identifiable structures and behavior. Young chicks resemble their parents, and all animals deserve respect and gentle care. You're going to be able to make observations of the natural world and know that they are descriptors collecting and using the 5 senses. You'll use the 5 senses as tools to make careful observations, describe objects in terms of number, shape, texture, size, weight, color, and motion, and compare your observations with others. You're going to be able to raise questions about the natural world. Use appropriate reference material that support your understanding to obtain information, identifying the source, and conduct both individual and team investigations through free exploration and systematic investigation, and generate some appropriate explanations based on those explorations. So you should be able to talk to friends and family and tell them your ideas and what you've discovered about these lessons. What you're going to need. On Monday, or today, you should have received a book handout from the club, an Animals 2 by 2 book. That way you'll be able to follow along with this week's lessons and from here on out. You should have a pencil, maybe some crayons and markers if you prefer, paper to take notes and draw pictures. Vocabulary. The words you'll be learning, so you should really be listening out for. Some you'll hear in everyday conversation, and other words might be new to you that you'll be hearing throughout the week. Those words will include things such as an incubator, temperature, thermometer, yolk, ovum, egg tooth, and wood shavings. Be listening out for those key words. Animals 2 by 2. All right, you should have received this book in your package on Monday. I want you to go ahead and open it up. We're going to turn to the index or the table of contents. I want you to find where it says eggs and chicks and look across to find, it's on page 20. So we're going to turn through and go to page 20 after we read about animals. Learning about animals. Animals come in many sizes. Animals live in many places. You can learn about animals by looking at them closely. Okay, so we're going to skip the goldfish and guppies. We're going to come back to that on another lesson. So we're going to keep turning. And we're going to go to page 20. Page 20. Eggs and chicks. Where do you find birds? Where do birds find food to eat and water to drink? Birds have feathers and wings. Do you see them? Well, what else do you see? Look at the bird. That's a beak. That's a duck's beak. Female birds lay eggs. Baby birds hatch out of the eggs. How are these birds the same? How are they different? Well, we can tell that the adult birds are a different kind, but they both lay eggs and then they hatch their eggs into baby birds. Okay. Okay, so you heard one of those words to know, or vocabulary words in that book, a beak. It's the appendage in the front of their face. Some people call them their mouths, but the correct term is a beak. Investigation, eggs and chicks. This week we're going to be exploring the life cycle of chickens. In this investigation, we're going to look at the growth process of the chicken from egg to adult. While watching, I want you to be able to draw or write the important information or steps in the care and life cycle of the chicken. Notice in the picture, we show how it begins with a hen, to eggs, to the eggs hatching, a chick, a young chick, and finally an adult chicken, in this case, a rooster. So while you're listening, jot down the things that you find interesting so you can refer back to them later and maybe explain them to your friends and family. Creating the egg. To begin with, the egg must be formed inside a female chicken called a hen. It begins its journey as a single yolk and then released for the egg white to form and grow. Next, it travels for the shell membrane to form. Finally, the shell is formed and the chicken can lay her egg. This tends to take around 20 to 24 hours for this process or this miracle to happen. We're going to take an in-depth look into the egg. You can look at the picture to my left of the parts of the egg. We see the shell, the germinal disc, the membranes, the yolk, the inner and outer shell membrane, and even the air cell. Let's begin with the shell. The shell is filled with thousands of tiny pores that allow oxygen to flow in and carbon dioxide to flow out. There's membranes that keep the bacteria from entering the egg and help to slow the evaporation of moisture from the egg. You'll learn more about that tomorrow. There's an air cell that holds the oxygen for the chick to be able to breathe. The albumin, egg white. That's what we typically call it, is the egg white. And it cushions the egg yolk and is the main source of protein and water for the embryo or the baby chick. We have the yolk, which most of us are accustomed to seeing, the yellow part of the egg, and it provides food for that embryo or baby chick. Then we have the germinal disc. It's that white spot that we can see on the egg yolk. This is where the female genetic material is found. Now, I want you guys to stay tuned because tomorrow we're going to look more in depth on lesson 2 and investigate the growth of a chicken from the ovum to a chick and the great care that it takes in order for it to hatch. There's a lot that goes into the egg turning into a chick and hatching. See you tomorrow.